little quick run through the tarot. The Fool card. All right, here we have, I want you to look at them. Here we have the Fool who takes the path of least resistance, the path less traveled. There may be opportunities. The one that you're being asked to take is the one that you have never been on. Try something new. Creators behind you. Magician. Oh yes, the Magician. The Magician says, I can accomplish just about anything I want. I've taken all the tools out of my Fool's sachet, put them on the table, and I am giving the universe exactly what I got. I am the Magician. I have the power to change and manipulate energy in a good way using word and using voice. I can sell anything. Ideas, products, doesn't matter. High Priestess. She's a dynamic woman. She carries her heart on her sleeve, but she's hard. In some ways, she doesn't put up with anything. She says exactly what she thinks. Some people are afraid of her. She is intimidating because she's wise, upfront, says it like it is, but she is a healer. She is a psychic. She is one of the most dynamic women in the world. Everyone wants a piece of her, but very few people know how to handle her. The Empress. She is the mother. She's the consort of the High Priestess, but she's gentle. She's more gentle. She's more nurturing. She's more inspiring. She's more kind. She works better with children than the High Priestess does. Where the High Priestess works better with adults, she works better with the children. She also works better with people, adult people, who have child issues, who carry issues from their childhood. She is kind, caring, and resourceful, and she's all about the earth, Mother Earth. The Emperor. The Emperor is a perfect father. He is kind, caring, assertive. He is independent. He's authoritative. He's protective. And he will direct and support you if he believes in whatever it is you're doing. He is the leader, the best kind of leader. The Emperor. The Hierophant. The Hierophant is all about tradition, rules, regulations, licenses, contracts, saying it like it is and putting it down on paper and making you stand in it. This is also about education, higher education, college, university, that type of stuff. This is the laws of the land, the cultures of the land, those types of things. Not universal land, but the laws. I mean, not universal laws, but land laws. Wait a second, did I say that right? No, I didn't. Not universal laws, but people laws. Let me put it that way, okay? So it's about the culture you live in. It's about the traditions you live in. It can be also about marriage because, of course, that's about tradition. This can also be about higher education. Don't forget that. The Lovers card. The Lovers is about sacred love, kind love, spiritual love, true love. One love that stands together and has been honored by Raphael, the angel here. So it is being guided and is being supported and is being protected by the angelic forces. In reverse, though, don't forget this one represents profane love and choosing love because of money, good looks, status, that type of thing. The Chariot. The Chariot's about taking a path or standing in truth and walking that path. It is about taking all the gifts that you've been given by Creator and moving forward with them, taking them with you everywhere you go, sort of like having the 7 ancestors' teachings and walking with them daily. This is the Chariot. It is having a strong, confident willingness to stay on a path of truth and sacredness. The Strength card. This is truly about the confidence of the universe. It is about the patience with animals, patience with nature, patience with others, and their anger and their irritation. It is having a gentle, spiritual way of managing energy that is unsavory or angry or aggressive. This is a very good card to lighten the load, to lighten the energy around you. It is it is the Empress card in action, being kind, being caring, and settling down energy that is unacceptable. Um, the Hermit. The Hermit is the counselor, the guide, the wise guy, the wise one. This is the sage. This is the this is like Jesus Christ as an elderly person, and he sits alone in a on a high mountaintop, and people come to him to get wisdom, to get teachings, to get answers to their pending questions. This is where you get light shed on your issues, teachings. The, the Wheel of Fortune. This is always an opportunity comes a knocking. It usually comes from some angelic force, as you can see the four angels and the four fixed signs. So usually it comes through an angelic way, but it comes through a person as well. So this is good luck, good fortune, opportunity knocking, and in reverse it could represent the negative or bad luck has found you. But don't forget, when it's in the cyclic form, a circle, all things change. So good can turn to bad, and bad can turn to good. So it's not a long-term thing. It is a energetic thing in the moment. And if you get that card and you're going gambling, you're about to win. Okay, the Justice card. The Justice is about laws, usually laws and universal laws, and people laws. Actually, could represent both. Um, but what it really means is the laws of the land are standing in front of you, and you need to get in balance. You need to adjust yourself to be in balance with. Okay? It's about fairness, kindness, and truth. Above all, truth. The Hangman says, wait it out. Don't move until you have some insight. So this card always makes me think, when in doubt, sit it out. Wait for an answer from spirit. Hang in there, literally. Hang in there if you've been having some trouble. Hang in there if you've been feeling dark. Hang in there. Wait for a message from Creator. You will be guided by Creator. You will be guided. Ask for guidance. The Death card. Change is on its way. Do not worry. If you've been dealing with difficulties, I can guarantee you change is coming. Transformation. Whatever has been bothering you, hurting you, irritating you, holding you down is about to be lifted, especially if it has to do with tradition, family tradition, cultural traditions, anything like that. You will be released from that, and you will be able to find a new way. Change, transformation. Temperance. This is about balance. This is everything coming into balance. Sort of like if you just came out of that dark thing with the death card, you now find yourself in a place of balance, especially if it has to do with health. If you've been dealing with any health issues or anything like that, guarantee your health is about to get improved. It's about to get better. Guaranteed it. Okay? I love the temperance cards when someone has to do with any illness, because it does represent health is coming back. Health returns. Okay? The Devil card. Well, this is all about restrictions, limitations, addictions, compulsions, obsessions. All the things that hold us back from reaching our highest goals, from reaching our highest desires. This is the Devil card. These are the self-imposed things that we think we have to do before we can get to wherever it is we want to go. This is even just as simple as someone who smokes too much, who thinks they can't quit. This is someone who thinks everything has to go in a certain order for their positivity or for their path to unfold. Sometimes this card actually reminds me of when we are trying to do God's job. I say, get the hell out of your own way when I see this card. Tower. The Tower card is about whatever you have built might very much be built on swampland, on soft land, on an unstable ground. So it will have to fall. for you to be able to pick up the good pieces from what you had first intended, you're going to have to be able to pick up those gems, let's say, that are found in the rubble and move forward with them. Definitely your house will fall. This is like the, what do you call that? The house of cards falling. That's what this is about. And it will be a domino effect. In reverse, I always see this card as someone holding on despite all the difficulties around them. This is a bankruptcy card overall, okay? So this could be a loss of a business, a loss of home, a loss. This card shows up every time I have a fire. I can tell you that. So it is a loss of something, a cleansing of something, but we call this card the spiritual awakening, because from falling to our knees, from falling to a place of humility, we have nothing left. We are at the bottom. There's nowhere to go but up. And the star card comes right after that, and that's exactly why, because it's about hope, inspiration, and having already fallen, now you have an opportunity to start over and regain. This is why we see a naked person in the star card, because they have nothing left after the fire, right? So now they're rebuilding, regrowing, reasserting themselves and reestablishing their lives, but they're doing it from a spiritual position because they've learned the hard way. So this is all about hope. The moon card. The moon card is perfectly after the star card, because it says, don't get caught in your old mind, in your old setup, your old thinking, your outdated, antiquated way of being. It's time to rise up to the new way, to update, to upgrade. Don't let the old follow you all the way back to your new beginning. Otherwise, you're going to start all over and the tower will visit you again. So this card is about, see, that's why we have two towers here. It says to be mindful as you're walking through into your new life. Be mindful of not taking with you what doesn't serve your highest good. Don't fool yourself. This is also about being psychic. So this is why this card's sitting here. So it says use your psychic intuition to get to the next level. The Sun card. The Sun card is all about liberation, coming to a place of walking with your inner child, being one with your inner child, doing what your inner child always thought you were supposed to do. This is an awesome card for anyone who's liberating or liberated or wants to be liberated. So rising up, rising above all the old stuff, and really beginning anew. This is a beautiful card for anyone who's trying to find their soul purpose. Judgment. Judgment card's an interesting card because it looks like this is Michael saying, don't worry, you're protected. Yes, the world is a difficult place sometimes, and sometimes we carry our darkness with us into the next day. Don't worry about that. Those things will help change your person into the person you're meant to be. So this is all about the difficulties that you've lived in life are changing you in order to make you the man or woman that you're expected to be in the long run. So don't worry, you're being guided, you're being directed, and that solar cross that we see on the flag is all about balance. So what's going to happen is you're going to get to a point in your life when you are balanced. So this is really a good card for anyone who's sort of come out of some difficult times and wondered if they're going to get their act in gear. So yes, don't worry. Those dark times are going to turn you into exactly who you're meant to be. And I would say that Michael's protecting you and keeping you safe. The World card. The World card's all about the world is your oyster. Opportunity waits. It's right there. What do you want? Change your life. Move forward. Do it. It is okay to say goodbye to the old chapters and create a whole new book, a whole new opportunity, a whole new life. It's like us when we moved here. And look again, this is very much like the Wheel of Fortune. We still see those same four cards or same four figures of the fixed signs. So usually it represents new people, new opportunities. Different people will be your new helpers. Different people will be your new tribe, your new clan, your new friends. Okay? That's the major arcana. All right. So we're going to start with the wands. So quickly?
I don't need that much. I just need a quick read.
Okay. New journeys, new opportunities. Ace of Wands. Two of Wands. Whatever you put out will come back. Oh, this is also a good card for merchants. Okay, selling your products, selling your goods. Three of Swords. This is it coming back. You put it out, and all of it's coming back. And new opportunities will come with it. Four of Wands. Happiness, happy home, happy family, possible marriage too. Five of Wands. Just like any of family, this is a fight at the wedding. This is arguments and disputes, but they are minor. They're not huge. Okay, just little debates, battles that really,
almost like constructive criticism.
Yeah, battles that really are typical in a family. Six of Wands. This is people holding you in high regard, people that think you're amazing, people that hold you up, great friends. Harmony. Seven of Wands is competition. Competition in the area. This often shows up when there's someone who's trying to get out in the dating field and they feel that there's too much competition. Okay. Or this is, people disputing your opinions. Eight of Wands. Super, super love. Awesome love. Great conversation. And possible travel. Possible travel. By the way, so is the Wheel of Fortune also about possible travel. Okay. Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands is complicated. It is a constant arguing, bickering from the outside world and really feeling as if you're not being understood or heard. This is constant battles, irritations from battles. Ten of Wands. Lots of hard work. This is you. This is how you've been the last little while, working your ass off. Working hard, lots of labor. Labor, it's not easy. Okay, that's the Wands. And also, let's remember the Wands are about new beginnings. They're in the East. All right, so in the South, we have the Cups. Ace of Cups is new love, new opportunities, spiritual love, feeling sacred in your new passionate life. And this often shows up when there's a baby. And so, by the way, does the Ace of Pentacles. Oops. You know what I didn't do? Was the court cards on either of them. I'll get back to them in a minute. Okay. Ace of Cups is about, could be children, could be a pregnancy. That's another thing that shows up as. And that often represents a female, where the Ace of Wands would represent a male. Don't forget the phallic symbol in the cup. Two of Cups is good communication. New love is on the horizon. New opportunities. This often happens when after a dating expedition and you find someone that you kind of connect with. This is that beginning. Three of Cups is when you sort of make a claim for each other. This even represents a possible wedding or a gathering for a wedding. Could represent an actual wedding and the celebration of that wedding, or an engagement party coming to that place. Okay? Gathering. Oh, and I'm forgetting to show the cards. Okay, Four of Cups. Four of Cups is opportunity comes your way, but you're really full, and you're not sure if you have time for it. So it's sort of like when you had to say no to those things and rebook it. So this is too much energy, too much coming at you at once, and uncertainty makes you not accept. Now in reverse, this is accepting it. Okay? Five of Cups is how you felt basically after that situation. You were kind of depressed because you weren't able to live up to the expectations of the company. It was very hard for you. So there's the depression. And what that represents is, see how the cups are full at the other side? So you had a lot of good going on, but you were busy focusing on what you could not accomplish. Okay? So a little bit of sadness and depression follows that. Six of Cups. This is an awesome card for anybody who's looking at reconnecting with old friends, old lovers, old activities, memories from the past. This is an awesome card for that. If it's in reverse, it says do not connect with someone from the past. Okay? Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups often represents a multi-level thinking. It could represent a very creative individual, But sometimes, unfortunately, especially in reverse, it represents drug addiction, alcohol addiction, someone who has delusional states of mind. It could also represent someone who needs medication for that.
Gotcha.
Okay. Eight of Cups is walking away from a situation, not feeling that you're part of that tribe anymore, not feeling like you want to stay at that job, not feeling you want to stay in that life. This is us moving here. This is us moving here. But this is really for more spiritual reasons. We moved here for spiritual reasons. That's what this is. This is kind of, yeah, this is kind of like Jesus Christ going to the mountains, taking some time out, thinking it through, meditating, being self-reflection. In reverse, though, it could represent walking away for no real good, no real reason, just maybe mental health. That's why we see the eclipse here. It could represent mental health issues. Okay, Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is wining, dining, and having some good times. Being one with your tribe, with your people, with your friends. Maybe from leaving the Eight of Cups, you find your new beginning, your new group, your new people. And this is reestablishing and re-energized by the people around you, by the activities around you, and celebrating it. I always see this as a good date. Gone out for dinner, going dancing, that kind of thing. Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups is family energy, is, community and family, and people coming together as that. And we can see it. We went from the Eight of Cups, walking away, finally finding some new people, new energy, and then of course we have the Ten of Cups. We are in our prime. We are in the best mode possible. We are in the community that matters. Where our family is happy, our home is happy.
How long are the readings we're doing?
Half hour. Okay, all right. Then we have, and that was the south. Now we have the western doorway. Ace of Pentacles is all about money. Is new opportunities, money, stable money finds you. Stability finds you through finances. Okay, or opportunity comes financially, so you can start a new project. Two of Pentacles is juggling that money, juggling your ideas, juggling your money, trying to figure out how you're going to make it all work. This is also the dating card. I always see this as, taking the time, dating, two different guys, two different girls, dating. Not screwing around, dating. But it does show up sometimes when you're talking about screwing around, just so you know. I've seen it plenty of times. Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles is taking your skill, taking your skill into the next level. So now you are working for these very important people and you're creating something for them. You're listening to them. You're following the plan. This is you putting all your effort into this job. Four of Pentacles is holding your own, saving your money, not giving it away, not spending it. It could also represent someone who's a bit of a hoarder. Okay, but more than anything, it's often been associated to the Midas card. Whatever you touch, money is finding you. Okay, in reverse, though, it is letting go of those financial restraints. Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles is about leaving a family, leaving a religion, leaving a group, leaving a tribe that doesn't serve your highest good. Maybe you've become sick and no one gives a care about you. Maybe you have mental health. Maybe you have physical health problems. Either way, this does have to do with your energy being low, being down, and being unhappy with the people around you that are not seemingly helping you. In fact, this card often represents being isolated, being pushed away, and not being cared for by others. Could also represent leases, contracts, and things like that have, like for instance, Andrea not following the contract, so she gets called on it. Okay? Oh, and in reverse, it represents not taking help from others. Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles is a charity card. It's a generous card. This is you being generous or someone being generous and kind to you. And of course, in reverse, it is not being caring, not being generous. All right, Seven of Pentacles is putting a lot of energy into a garden and not getting out of it what you expected. So it tells you to pace yourself and not put too much energy into something, but just pace yourself. So in other words, don't put 40 marijuana plants out there. Put 4. You'll handle that better, right? Eight of Pentacles is about apprenticeship. It is about taking the time on something that you really love to do, and what do you call that? Becoming an expert with it. So taking apprenticeship is taking time with something that you really love, and working towards being an expert. Okay, and putting your wares out there could also represent putting your wares out there. And in reverse, it's someone who doesn't take the time, but yet pretends to be an expert. Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles is the person that everyone goes to for advice, for solace, for comfort. But this is a solid, wise individual, someone who can help you analyze the situation. It's sort of like the step before the Hermit. And let's note that it's also a 9. Okay? So it's before you have to get to the mountain. This might be who you go through. This is my card. 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles is happy home, happy family. This is what we've created here. This is this property will become a legacy for you and your family. Okay, and that's what this is, and that's why we see all the shields and all of that. And this is the tree of life. It is manifesting, coming to the actually manifesting what you came here to do. Okay. All right, swords. This is the Ace of Swords. There in the north. Ace of Swords also could represent a male child, just so you know, and the Pentacle, Ace of Pentacles could represent a female child, just so you know. I also like these cards for time. This one represents a month. Ace of Swords represents a month. Ace of Pentacles could be a year. Okay? Ace of Wands could be a week. Okay, Ace of Cups, a month. Okay, so this is also new beginnings, new opportunities, but it's based on truth, based on doing what needs to be done. This is carving away what doesn't serve your highest good and stepping into your power with only the things that matter. This is truth. In reverse, it's a liar. Okay, Two of Swords is having a lot of decisions to make and not really certain which one to choose. When in doubt, sit it out. That's how I see this card. When in doubt, don't make a decision. This is when I would wait again. Okay? Thinking. Sleep on it. Okay? In reverse, it is choosing a path, but neither one of them were right, so you could have trouble down the road. All right? Three of Swords. Three of Swords, obviously, heartache, heartbreak, sadness, separation. But it doesn't just represent love. It could be leaving a job. Okay? It could also represent having heart issues and possible surgery on its way. It could also represent surgery, but not necessarily heart. Okay? Surgery could be... So you have to see if that showed up in Tiferath, in the heart place, could be heart issues. Okay? If it showed up in relationship, it'll be relationship issues. Okay. Okay, Four of Swords. Four of Swords is, like I said, sit it out. Sit it out, think it out. This is a retreat card. This is after a very difficult time, taking some time out, thinking it through, sleeping on it, taking some good resting. Okay? Upright, it's resting. In reverse, it's action. Okay. Five of Swords. Five of Swords is about having arguments with people and winning. But really, you didn't win anything because you lost your friends. You might have won the argument, but now you're sitting alone. Yeah. In reverse, it says, pick your fights. Pick your fights. Okay, Six of Swords. Six of Swords is about getting out of dodge. Things, maybe you've had some trouble in a certain group of friends, and this is, let's say it's KG. You're at KG and there's all kinds of drama and crap there. And you know what? You just take a hiatus and you leave and you don't come back for a while and you go somewhere else. This is a moving away card, but it's also with sadness because you may have really liked those people, but they hurt your feelings. Okay. Um, Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is the thief card. Actually, is the is certainly the thief coming in, and it's Michelle. It's Michelle coming in and trying to steal everything, even though she didn't even do anything for it. It's taking way more than they deserve. In reverse, it's Andrea feeling overwhelmed from it all. Okay. Eight of. Did I say that right? Seven of Swords. Yeah, Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords is feeling trapped in a situation again. Andrea, feeling very trapped in the situation that she created herself, and how to get out, not knowing what to do. In reverse, of course, it's finally getting out, and that's where she's at now, thankfully. But she's almost on her way out. We're almost there. Okay, Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords is sitting, this is Andrea again, sitting in her bed thinking about what the actual fuck did I do to myself? What an idiot. That's what this is about. Feeling like you're a fool. And in reverse, it is finally coming out of that, feeling, okay, I see what I did. I learned my lessons. I won't do that again. Okay, Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords is after a difficult time. It also could represent back pain, back problems, bone problems, walking problems, pain and health issues. Ten of Swords could represent that. But it can also represent you may have been in that situation for quite some time. And in reverse, and the horizon is there. So upright, you may have been in that situation for a long time, but you see horizon. So you're hoping for the best and thinking that you're going to be able to get out of this situation. In reverse, it is getting out of the situation after such a difficult long time. Okay? So now we're going to go back to the court cards. Okay. You know the court cards? Or shall I go through them? All right.
Feel free
Not to what?
linger.
I'm not lingering. Am I lingering?
No. I just mean don't get caught on
Okay. Okay. We're looking at the court cards with the wands. This is a message is on its way. Pay attention to the possibilities of messages. They could come in any kind of way. Could come by spirit, come by animals, come by written form or a person. Okay? It's also very fiery and passionate, so it will represent something about creativity or passion, something that you really care about. Okay? The Knight of Wands does represent a residential change, a residential shift, a possible move, that type of thing, or could represent someone under 40 who is very hot and very interested in you, very fiery, sexual vibration, sensual. Queen of Wands is me, of course. Don't forget all the fire signs, Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. That's what all of these cards represent. This is the fire sign woman. She is creative, resourceful, compassionate, passionate. She's sought after by many people because she's fiery and fun and easygoing, unless, of course, she's in reverse, and then she can be a hot-headed son of a bitch. But mostly I think she lights up the life, and she's about freedom. And so is the man, same energy. This is the king, very charismatic, very sought after, resourceful, Mr. Fix-It kind of a guy. All of these fire signs do represent people who are fun-loving and fiery and passionate, all of the energies. He could also represent creativity, someone who can, a woodsman, a nature person, something like that. Okay. Okay, and cups. Okay, we have the cups. Cup court cards. Page of Cups. This is a gentle, sweet, caring, loving individual. They are young, obviously, under 20. They represent the Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces personalities. All of these cards do, of course. And they all carry creativity, very much like the wand, creative, resourceful, and spiritual. That's the other thing. These people really are very spiritual and gentle and kind and artistic. That's another thing, that very artistic. More so than the wand. The wand is more crafty, more purposeful, where the cup is more abstract, more playful, that type of a thing. I've also seen this card in reverse represent a child who is being sexually abused, physically abused, emotionally abused. So abuse. In reverse, this card could represent abuse. Oh, Knight of Cups is again the same type of personality. If you meet up with someone like this, you can expect to be romanced and talked sweetly to, treated very kindly. This is definitely the most romantic person in all the deck. This one right here. And in reverse, I don't know why, but in reverse it does represent people who are gay, who are trans, who are lesbian. Okay? In reverse. Not sure why it's reversed, but so you know that. Okay, Queen of Cups is a very spiritual, kind, and caring individual, sought after, beautiful. She is one of the most beautiful women in the deck, likely blonde or light-haired and blue-eyed, light-skinned, fair-skinned, likely when this one shows up, but not always. Obviously, there are black Scorpios, okay? Bottom line is this is someone who may be light on the inside, maybe not their skin, but they have a light heart, a kind heart, a caring heart, a spiritual heart. Mostly this person is reflective of see if you see here, this cup represents religion, tradition. It could represent Jewish, Hebrew, could represent Hermetic teachings. So all the different types of cultural teachings are in that cup, all of them. And she takes time to learn them, and she takes time to share them. She's kind and loving. She's a very good mother, too. Spiritual person. Remember that to be spiritual. And in reverse, she's a bitch from hell. She's Michelle. Okay? King of Cups. King of Cups, very kind and loving man. I love this man. He's the kind of man I would like to be around. Spiritual, kind, loving, caring, good looking. I've often seen this card show up for people too that are of people of color, to be honest with you, interestingly, but I have. Maybe because of where it comes from, there's a lot of fish energy and that would be near the sea, so they have a good tan. Maybe that's why. But I like this card for representing a good, solid, caring, gentle, peaceful, spiritual man. And I also see all of the cups be very musical. That's another thing that I forgot to say. So they're artistic and musical. Okay? In reverse, this is a man who fools around. This is a man who's not true. This is a man who's an alcoholic. Just so you know. Addictive personality. Oh, and the reverse King of Wands is the pedophile. Oh, yeah. Yes. All right. That's Peter Rosti. Let's put that. I put his fucking name in there too, bastard. All right. So that's the cups, and that's the southern direction. Now we're looking at the western direction for the court cards. This is the Pentacle. A page of Pentacles is the student, is the one in school, is the one learning, is the one taking the time to educate themselves. I always see this as an educated card, or educating student. In reverse, it is someone who has learning disabilities. In reverse, learning disabilities, ADHD, dyslexia. This is you in reverse, buddy. Okay. Knight of Pentacles is hard worker, very hard worker. They have more duration, what do you call that? Stamina, more endurance, and more stamina than any of the court cards. Strong, the strongest of them all. Think of a 20-year-old black man, strongest body ever. Okay, super strong, and often connected to nature. But I also seen this card as bankers, people in money, people in financial situations, of course, because of the Pentacles. Okay, here we have the Queen of Pentacles. She is loving, kind, motherly, but she's also firm and supportive, and she will discipline her children according to what she thinks will help them become better people. So she's all about she's a teacher, she's a mother, she's a solid, stable person, someone who you want as a mother. This is why I called the Earth and Sky connection Earth, because I see myself as this Even though I'm a fire sign, I see myself as this type of a person. Strong, independent, but also willing to give you a kick in the ass. Okay? In reverse, she is in menopause. She is unstable. She is insane. She is menopausal. Okay, King of Pentacles. He's my next favorite man. He is hardworking, established. He is Michael Green. He is Mexico Mike. He is the hardest working guy. He works his brains out. Okay, he's established and caring and kind and fatherly and supportive to people that are around him. He is the leader in most of, or he works alone. Okay, lastly, lastly are the swords. We have the Page of Swords. This is a young person who doesn't really pay attention to what's going on around him. He's a good person, but he always misses things, gets himself into situations he doesn't quite know how to get out. So this card tells me to tell people, be mindful of what's coming. It's possible that you're going to end up in a situation without realizing it, even though your heart was in the right place. In reverse, it is an irresponsible and unreliable individual. So in upright, they try to be reliable, but they sometimes fail. So the heart's good. Okay, Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords is something comes quickly, energy comes quickly, could be an event comes very quickly, like this one that we're doing today is all about something that comes very quickly. And you may have trouble juggling it into your situation. But as a very good person, if it's a person very good and kind, aloof and cool, you may not be able to read them very well. This is you, Sky. Okay, this is you, buddy. They're not warm and cozy and not super warm and fuzzy kind of person, but they are caring and loving. Okay, in reverse, it says slow down, take your time, be mindful. Bad situation could evolve if you're not careful. Queen of Swords is a good, intelligent person. These people use their mind a lot. They do like to work independently, although if they are working with others, they're often the leaders. She is a strong, independent, intelligent, cool, and aloof person, but she's the kind of person you want in your corner when it comes to a job or a task, because she's very smart and she'll cut through the bullshit and get right to what's got to happen, especially if you've got to work with someone in the government. She's a good person to have. In reverse, she would be like the cutthroat lawyer. Cutthroat. Okay? She's also the bitch from hell. She'd be like the hairdresser who talks gossip about everybody. All right, don't forget, these people usually have jobs that have something shiny around them. Swords, scissors, guitars. You understand what I mean? Something like that. That type of energy. King of Swords is a very strong and independent person. I'd say the King of Pentacles and the King of Swords work really well together in many ways because they are very, very smart people. Okay. This one here is like a lawyer. Remember that. Okay.